Yo, what up guys, Magic IQ here, and today we're going to be playing with the S2000, doing a random playlist in the S class. We're just going to do a bunch of playlists and make videos like this in a new format. I'm really enjoying it, so I hope you guys are too. The build we're using today is a global time attack inspired build. This is Dai Yoshihara'S livery, so I'll put a picture of the real car up right now. I saw this car in person at Long Beach. I think this thing is beautiful in person, obviously, and in pictures as well. This thing is absolutely gorgeous, and it was ripping it around Long Beach. It was amazing to see. I'll be going again this year, so let me know if you guys want me to vlog that. But anyway, let's get straight into the build, man. So we're actually building this thing for S class. Now, people usually build this thing in A+ class. It is very fast there as well, and it has a great top speed, so let me know if you guys want to see that. But this car actually has a problem, and I just want to talk about more things that I need fixed in the next update. Again, I just want to reiterate a couple things. For example, the third gear in this car just doesn't pull at all. You literally have to skip third gear when you drive this car. So launch it in second, shift twice to go third, fourth quickly, because third gear has no power. Like, I just don't know how little things like that slip through test play, but maybe they just didn't notice it. But a lot of people in the community did, so if you're struggling with the S2000, that is why. Anyway, we got a top speed of 208 here, a 0 to 60 of 2.8 for you automatic guys, almost a perfect 700 1-to-1 power ratio between the torque and the horsepower, but we got 711 horsepower, 696 max torque, and a quarter mile of 10.4. This thing's an absolute beast, man. I love this car. Now, for the parts on this beautiful 6.2 liter V8 S2000, we are using a super induction, a pro ECU, an elite fuel system, an elite exhaust, and an elite roots supercharger. We're also using a sport bottle of nitrous, elite regular suspension, and sport brakes, coupled with elite grip tires, with a pro clutch, which is the lowest you can get, and a 5-speed gearbox. Again, you're going to skip that third gear. We're also using an elite differential, and we will be putting on nitrous drift and grip auxiliaries, okay? Please, in the next update, please fix the auxiliary glitch, man. It makes things unbearably obnoxious. Like, you can't even do mixed tier playlists because none of your cars are going to be as fast as they're supposed to be. And also, when you go into mixed tier playlists, just in case you guys didn't know, it actually doesn't let you shift up. It makes you start from first gear regardless of the car. Now, I actually see a lot of people also discussing that, you know, manual players shouldn't be able to launch in higher gears. I actually put a video on my Discord that I'll put on screen now. I'm taking this video for everybody on Need for Speed videos that says you can't launch in second gear. Second, launch. Because my car will spin in first. Even in real life, you can launch in second or third gear and actually get benefits from it. Second gear, specifically in my car, doesn't spin. So first gear does, and it's super torquey. But, I mean, like, dude, it's obviously not a realistic game. It's Need for Speed Unbound. You know what I mean? Like, come on, guys. It's an arcade racer. And if you guys just are complaining about manual, I suggest you just use it and get better at it. And you will very much so enjoy the game even more at that point. Now, launching in 6th gear, I get, is kind of crazy, but there should maybe be a cap on it, so you can't go over second or third. Maybe that would be honorable. But today we're going to be doing, honestly, the Fishhook playlist, revved up. I really like this playlist, so we're going to run that now. Let's get straight into some gameplay. And this thing sounds so good. Now, again, with these gameplays, just so you guys know, these aren't the fastest times you can get. I'm just simply running it while live comming because I think that's just a little bit more fun and a little bit more interactive. But as you guys can see here, look at the mile per hour with this third gear. Let me slow down a little bit so you can really see it more. Watch when I shift into fourth. Look at how much faster the mile per hour goes up. Third gear is just a complete dud for whatever reason. I don't know why. It just has no boost. But let's get into some gameplay now. Alrighty, guys. And as we're challenging this playlist right here, I just want to ask the question because I don't know if people are going to ask it. But, like, is this game dying already? And I know I said something about it earlier, but, like, there's really not much to do. And it gets really, really repetitive. And all the grinds that are in this game aren't even fun challenges. They're just tasks. It feels like a job playing this game sometimes. Like, certain things I wish just had a little bit more of a competitive feel to them. Like, maybe instead of 90 races to unlock a car, aka 30 playlists, you just had me win 3 playlists in a row without losing a single race. Like, that would be really cool. And then maybe it would be like a challenge to try and win 3 playlists in a row in a single race. Now, it may take me 30 playlists to do it, or it might take me 5. But I'll unlock things faster and have more fun doing it. and make sure that, like, I don't know, you can't be grouped up with anybody, or even if you're grouped up with people, like, I don't know, something like that. Balance it in some way. And I also wanted to introduce the idea of maybe ranked play in this game. You could do like a ranked playlist. I feel like that would be really fun too. Also, I've decided that launching this car in third gear is better than launching it in second. And also, you want to make sure you launch in the higher part of the green bar and slam it as soon as the light turns green and it hits go, because that will allow you to launch better. Otherwise, it will bog. It actually matters where you launch in the... Cars have such random handling mechanics sometimes. But like I said, obviously this is a live comm. I'm not going to cut out crashes. Like, at the end of the day, I crash, like whatever. You can actually see how the car performs now, since I'll actually have to come back in the race. I had a really good 3 gameplays yesterday, but somebody accused me of cheating. Like, why would I cheat in Need for Speed Unbound in an open lobby? Like, do y'all think I take it that serious? Like, that I would cheat? And how could I even cheat on console? Oh, that guy had a moment there. Oh, my lord. Just like me earlier, to be honest. But regardless of that little crash, this thing does microdrift pretty well, to be honest. It's just pretty late while I'm recording this. And you see this guy has an S2000 build here as well, but the V8 build just completely dusts that thing. This thing just feels so good with the V8 in it. The top speed and momentum this build carries is amazing, and it corners very well. It is a little touchy, and it will get away from you sometimes, so you got to be very careful to it and treat it pretty nice. I still don't really know how to take that corner. I need some help with that one, especially with the regular suspension. If you want to opt for road suspension and figure out how to work that in yourselves, go on ahead. But I like the sketchiness to it. It gives me a little challenge. Like, this car is a really fun, like, challenging car to drive as well. It doesn't bounce either. The downforce on this car is amazing. Hence all the aero too. I really wish certain things did affect stuff in both a negative and positive way. Like, maybe some cars wide body kit's better for handling, and some cars it's worse. That would be really cool to see. But that's too in-depth for Need for Speed, honestly. I feel like that might add too much of, like, a crazy layer to the game, because it's supposed to be about freedom of customization, which I understand. I really hope they head more down a route of adding in realistic, like, customization rather than, like, a bunch of glowing stuff and things like that. Like, all that stuff is cool too in its own, like, in its own section of, like, gaming, but I feel like just for Need for Speed, I'd rather see, like, new wheels. Like, maybe acquire some contracts with Rays and get me some TE37s in the game, or, you know, new tire companies. Like, I actually love, like, the tread wear on tires and how it looks. Like, I think that's cool. Some non-stretch versions of the R888s would be cool. I know that's random, but I don't know. I feel like I'd rather see other content in this game that's kind of realistic tuner style vibe. And maybe if we could have, like, car meets, like the meetups that you can actually, like, walk around and actually look at other people's cars, it'd be pretty cool for content, because we could have a bunch of people park up in a meetup and then you could walk around and see everybody's car. It'd be a lot cooler rather than having to need a mod to do it. And maybe they can do something to where they keep the drift physics kind of how they are, but swap them for, there's that drift mod on PC that I've been seeing. If they find a way to have, like, an activation for a drift mode and make that a way to drift in Need for Speed Unbound, that would be amazing, because it looks like a lot of fun. And I might want to get the PC version of the game just to try that. How was that not more than one bar? I just realized I forgot to reset my auxiliaries when I came into this new lobby too. It's a little obnoxious. Let's see if I can put down a competitive time in this playlist. I'm going to go wide with this car first time, because I don't really know how else I'm supposed to drive it yet. Maybe I'll cut across next time. We'll try it both ways. I don't really venture out of blue collar and breathless too much, to be honest with you guys, so it's kind of fun to do this new format of video and also try different races that I haven't done before. I think this build would obviously be a lot faster too in the hands of somebody that understands all these races. Because this build is obviously very, very good. And it's a lobby killer, obviously. That's another thing is, like, I realized I probably should just put out these other builds that I just personally enjoy driving and think look cool. Because at the end of the day, most of these lobbies aren't keeping up with meta builds anyway. Like, it's almost OD to do meta builds in most of these lobbies. Most of the time, you're already beating people by 1,300, 1,500 yards. So, like, why go full meta? And there's room to have fun and be like in some cool cars too. I actually like this race a lot. I might try and get good at this one. Yo, what up, you guys? I hope you guys enjoyed that gameplay. Now, I forgot to show the handling settings, so I'm going to do that right now. If you guys are seeing this part of the video and you have stayed this long, I really appreciate you guys watching the gameplays, listening to my discussions, and responding down below in the comments. It makes for a lot of better, like, content and community like building. It makes it so much more fun to actually, you know, converse about things in the comment section below. It's really cool to see you guys interact with the video in that way. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this new type of format. Now, for the handling, we are using 80% grip on this build with a steering sensitivity of right in the middle. Now, in both the gameplays you guys saw, the car was getting a little bit swirly, and I was wondering why. Now I realize it was because of the downforce. That completely fixes that issue. This car is an absolute beast. This thing is super fun to drive. As long as you learn to keep out a third gear, you will absolutely slap with this car. This thing is very good for like normal lobbies. Obviously, if everybody's using meta, you will lose to an F40, but that's just how it works. Most of the people aren't pushing meta. You're still going to put 1,000+ yards on normal people in this game with this car as long as you have the driver mod for it. Now, the drift entry is also brake tap, as always we do with our micro drifting builds. You can use it with low downforce if you want to be a complete top speed demon and just have as much freedom with the car as well. It's still sketchy, but the only problem you'll have is with micro drifting. But besides that, low downforce is fine too. It actually has more risk for more reward if you guys use it that way as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed. It's Magic IQ. I'll see you guys in the next video, and I'm out. Peace.